total off the cuff live. Hopefully you can hear me and I'll get some comments going. But I wanted to get a quick video done. I'm just getting ready to go fishing tomorrow. So I'll just let a few of you join. It's like I say, probably the worst time of day because a lot of you will be travelling home from work. Lunchtime is normally the best, or early evening, but I thought I'd get one quickly done before I go fishing tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going feeder fishing at Bank End Fisheries and I'm going with Mick Vials, so I can't wait for that. We haven't been out for ages and what we're going to be doing is filming a vlog for the New Fish channel, and it's the first chance I'll get to do any sort of feeder fishing for a little while. I mean, as in sort of more traditional feeder fishing, if you like. I haven't really done any of that, you know, fishing like Mick and all that do all the time, little cage feeders and stuff. It's going to be really cool. So we're doing the vlog, which is how we put together, like showing you how everything's been going. Obviously Mick's won Feeder King, so there'll be some great stuff to be talking about as well. So it should be really good. Just let us know if you can hear us all right. I've not got a mic on today. I'm just going to use it. What's this? Thanks for doing this, no problem. And I just literally, my dad's here visiting and I just thought, while I'm quickly sorting my kit out, I need to get a video done, and it felt perfect. I just nipped outside to get my kit ready for a day's feeder fishing with Mick. Now, hopefully, we're going to Bank End Fishery and the nice big pegs there, so we're going to try and sit on the same peg, which will be interesting because he's an absolute feeder master and I'm an absolute feeder, not a master, something that rhymes with master kind of thing. So it's going to be interesting to see how he fishes it compared to me, vice versa. However, I did tell you about my ground bait mix that I told you about last week when we did a live, and I thought I might as well show you how I'm going to mix it now. So a couple of questions I think have just popped in, so let's have a look. Thanks for this. Sounds perfect. Can hear you okay? No problem. So, oh, can hear the kids. Kids are crying. So what we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to go down the natural route, so natural baits. I will probably take a few pellets as well, but primarily natural sort of tackle. So before we look at the feeders, let's get the ground bait on. Nice big bucket. And as I said last week, we're using the F1 Dark and Thatcher's Dark combination with a decent slug of bait booster as well to sweeten the ground bait up. Actually, so it tastes sweet rather than just a sweet smell. And as promised, I've cut it, so I've got 2 pints of F1 Dark. See that? Straight in the bucket. I've not sieved it or anything, that is just what I'm going to do. And then a pint of Thatcher's Dark. Lovely that. Cool. It's still mild, even though we've had a lot of rain, it's so mild. So I'm just going to whiz them together. See that? It's a lovely dark colour. Just going to whiz them together. Like I say, I like dark ground bait, so having that option of the Thatcher's Dark works for me. And as you can see, straight out of the packet, we've got that lovely sort of dark coloration to it. Absolutely spot on. Now, because I've got 3 pints of dry ground bait, for a starting point, I've got myself a pint of water. Sorry, I'm doing this on a bit of a phone tripod, so forgive me for not showing you all the angles and stuff. But basically, what I'm going to do in there, you might just be able to see if I do it back here. I'm going to get my bait booster, give it a proper shake. Get that. You can see it settles sometimes in the bottle, so we want to give it a good shake. Make sure it's all mixed together. Now this, like I say, this will give it a lovely smell anyway, which is great. But I'm interested in the fact that if you get your finger, dip it in there, just, it's like, it's unbelievably sweet. Oh God, I bet if you mix that with milk, it'd be lovely. So I'm gonna put a proper glug of that in and whisk it around with my finger so it all sort of blends together. Should have done this in a bigger bowl really, shouldn't I? So we've got a nice bait booster water in there, can you see that? And I'm gonna fire that in there. Get the booster out. So it just smells gorgeous. And I'll mix it up. I do it by hand. You can do it with a whisk if you want, but I actually haven't got a whisk, a drill whisk, so I'm just going to fire that in there by hand. Whiz it around. And I'm still one of these guys who likes to do my feeder ground baits the night before. As especially this time of year when it's a bit colder and stuff. I just want to give it plenty of time to deaden off. I want this ground bait nice and dead for tomorrow. Mick will probably use maybe F1 dart, but he might use 50-50 green. I know he likes that. I think it's super feeder, sweet fish meal as well he likes. And as you can see, that's way over wet. I can smell that banoffee, I can smell the F1. I can smell the banoffee. Sorry, my wife just came to the door then. I can smell the banoffee, I can smell the F1, I can smell the Thatcher's dark. And it's all there. It's very claggy at the moment. You see that? Very claggy. But by the morning, it'll be perfect. And I've got that lovely sweet aroma in there. And it's gonna be great. I just know it is. Nice and dark. Plenty of stuff in there because I've got the Thatchers in. Look at that. And that's perfect. So that, we'll whiz it through a riddle in the morning. What I'll do, I'll leave that to stand for, how long am I going to leave that to stand for? An hour now, probably. And then I'll push it through a little riddle after my dinner. And then I'll bag it up into an airtight bag, stick it in the back of the van, and it'll be perfect tomorrow. No need to fridge it or anything this time of year. I mean, you can if you want to, but I'm not too fussed about that. And that's it. Lovely skimmer food. Nice and sweet. It's got a lovely smell to it. You can smell the fish meal coming through, which I think is still important even this time of year. But you've got that sweetness anyway as well with the banoffee. So that's that. So that I'm going to use maggots and pinkies and a little bit of finely chopped worm. So that's the baits that I'm going to use, maybe a few micros as well. And then I've got a few different feeders in my little box here. I'm going to introduce using the smooth hound, which is that size. That's one of the big ones. I'm going to use that as my initial feeding feed. I'm going to put 5 of them in. I'm going to pick a spot about 20 meters, I reckon. Put about 5 of them in with just ground bait and odd pinky, just to get a bit of bait down. And then I'm going to switch up to either, depending how the wind is, I'm going to go on to the mini smooth hound because I like little feeders so I can cast more regular. Because all my experience in the past, I used to do quite a lot of this sort of skimmer fishing in the winter. So I know it's autumn now, but the colder months, you get my point. And a lot of your bites come quick. So you chuck it in, they hear the plot, they follow the feeder down, and you get a bite. And I think using small feeders allows you to keep doing it, keep chucking. If you're allowed to use a bomb, obviously we're talking about feeder matches, you can't do that. But if you're allowed to use a bomb, probably just using the bomb and just keep chucking it in would have the same effect. But because we've got to use feeders, we've got to use small feeders so we don't overfeed the fish. So I've got the mini smooth hounds there, and then we've got the little zipplers as well. So if the wind's up a bit, the base loading on the mini zippler will be more effective. But if I can get away with it, I do like a side-loaded smooth hound. And I like the cage one, but it's up to you which one you want to use. It's whatever you've got confidence in. It is actually a little bit deeper at bank end, if I remember rightly. I've not fished it for years, but from what I remember, it was 8 to 10 foot deep. I seem to remember the lake that we're going on. And if that's the case, I might even put the solid one on, the solid smooth hound. But the flip side to that is I'll have to nick one out of Mick's box because I ain't got any. But yeah, that'll be perfect. To that, I'm going to use a size 16 hook, B911 F1, what we talked about last week. And if I have to go even smaller than that, I've got some like little wire cages, I've got some little windows and stuff in my little box of tricks here if I need them. But I've even got a few little maggot feeders as well, which can be very effective at this time of year. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. We're filming a vlog with Mick. Like I said, we're hopefully going to sit on the next peg to each other tomorrow, which will be really cool. Allow us to have a really good catch up because I've not really spent any time with Mick for ages, other than odd bit of filming because he's been so busy. So that'd be really cool. And hopefully you can teach me a few things about feeder fishing while we're at it. And look at that ground bait. It's coming fluffy already. Look, lovely and fluffy already. So there you go, guys. That's what we're up to tomorrow. As you can see, it's nice and simple. I've done 3 pints of ground bait, which would be enough for probably me and Mick, to be honest. But it's nice to have a little bit extra, isn't it? And it's still quite mild. Obviously, the weather up north has been shocking, hasn't it? We've had incredible storms and stuff. So I feel for anyone out there who's been affected by that. It's been some shocking scenes. I know at Hallcroft and stuff, people are being flooded out. So I feel ever so sorry for those people who had that situation. And actually, me and Mick actually said, where can we go that's not flooded at the moment? So bank end it is. Hopefully we'll have a great day. Have we had any questions come in before I go and see me old man? Hi Joe, where can I get the line you said was very good last week as used by Alan Scott on? I haven't seen it anywhere. Cheers, Paul Johnson. The line was this stuff. That's what I've got on the reel for tomorrow. Camasan Animal in £5 I'm going to use. Where can you get it from? Loads of Camasan stockists have got it. Just put it in Google. You'll be able to get it. $7.95 for 300 metres, so very cheap. Very cheap. There's a few questions coming in. What size feeder would you start with on a commercial, Joe, for ground bait? As I said, I'd go in with like the largest smooth arm to start with, just to get a bit of bait in. And then once I've got a little bit of bait in, I'd then bring the size right down to a tiny little feeder and cast all the time, every 2 to 3 minutes. Get yourself a stopwatch, chuck it out, let it sink, let it hit the bottom, let it fish, and then reel it back in on 3 minutes. And that's a great way to get bites at this time of year, because I'm convinced they hear the feeder come in, they follow it down, and you'll get a bite really quick. Even on venues like Barston, where it's dead shallow, you can get that, can work an absolute dream. And I'm convinced they just hear the noise and then they follow it down. Sometimes the fish at this time of year, when the air pressure is all over the place, the temperatures are all over the place, we're getting loads of rain, those skimmers can be anywhere in the water column. They're not necessarily upending for bait, so they're actually following the feeder down because they're up off the bottom. Casting regular is everything. And I think that's about it for the old chats today. Sorry it was a quick one. I very much... I bought the Inception station seat box, Joe, and I'm saving up for a poll now. Do you know if the Superior X70 still comes with a dolly book? Yes, it does. It's a dolly that fits the 30 metre, the 14.5 metre, and the 60 metre section. So it's a nice little short one as well that fits lovely under your arm. So thanks everyone for watching, and thanks everyone who's been watching recently, because the views have been great. I can't wait to go fishing tomorrow. I've got a bit of cabin fever. I went bass fishing, by the way. I had a great day. I did film it. Not convinced I'm going to put the footage out though. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. It's a little bit like what I do with my chub fishing, where I spend a lot of time finding my spots. Pam, who I went with, obviously spent a lot of time finding his spots for bass, and it's not really my place to show it on YouTube. But I got some great footage, which would be a shame. So I haven't decided yet. I'll probably ask Pam if he don't mind or whatever. But yeah, we caught some lovely fish. It was great session. I cannot wait to go back to the sea and try again. So thanks everyone for watching. Look at that beautiful ground bait, sling lovely. Oh, another question just come in. Are you filming tomorrow? Be good to see you. Yeah, that's what we're doing tomorrow. We're doing a vlog over on the New Fish YouTube channel. We do a vlog every month. It's been hectic recently. Mick's been so busy that we've not been able to get out and do the latest one. So that's the plan tomorrow. Get the vlog done, have a bit of fishing, have a bit of crack with us. Even my dad's coming with me, so that'd be nice. He didn't get a chance to come and see us fish very much, so that'd be nice. My dad will come tomorrow, and yeah, it's going to be a really good day. So that's it. That's the plan for tomorrow. We're going to do the vlog with New Fish. We've got feeder tackle to use tomorrow. I'm not even going to take a pole with me. Get the feeder rods out, do a bit of that, and then we've got a new product as well to show you tomorrow. So I might even go live on the New Fish YouTube at lunchtime tomorrow. So thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We've got 12 likes. I'd love to get to 50 likes again, but I understand that this is very much a quick live one that I just literally thought I'd just sit and do now. As you can see, got me strawberries potted on for next year. Oh, another question just come in before I go. What are the best New Fish floats for silvers in winter? It depends really what you're after, but I would say the bulks are the top all-rounder. The bulks are great. It's got 1.5 mil, nice round body, so you can use it no matter what the conditions are. But if you do want a slim float, a Cypri is great as well. So a bulk or a Cypri will do you proud. So thanks everyone for watching. Like I say, a very quick one today, just showing you. Can't stop. That's the ground bait smells so nice. Really quick one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again very, very soon.